Merry early Christmas to you guys.
Did it feel like an early Christmas present seeing Marshawn and Robert back in the locker room?
It was definitely huge. I ran into Marshawn last night, and so it was fun to see his face, fun to talk to him. Same thing with Turb. I've been around Turb since college, so see those guys back in the building is definitely pretty cool. So excited to see those guys run the ball again, and we'll go from there.
How is Marshawn a different person now than when he left in 2015?
I think naturally you mature with age, and you go away, and like you said, he's traveled and seen a lot, done a lot, been in Oakland a little bit. Seems like he's in a different country every single time I text him. So I think he's experienced a lot, and he has a lot of knowledge to give to everybody in the room.
You played against him last year. Do you think, can he stistill be kind of the Marshawn Lynch of old on the field, do you think? Or?
I definitely feel like, anything this dude puts his mind to it, he can get it done. So, I'm excited to have him back, excited to see him run the ball. And like I said, whenever he puts his jersey and pads on, he's a guy that no one wants to tackle, no matter how long he's taking off.
What does his presence do for the locker room this late in the season?
Definitely gives the team a little bit of energy, to see a guy like that, a guy that people look up to, a guy that, has so much history here, so much history throughout the league, not just on the field, off the field. And to have a guy like that come in the room and watch him run the ball again would be fun.
Do you think he can make that impact on players, even the guys that didn't play with him when he was first here?
Definitely, because a lot of the guys that didn't play with him either were young or in the league around the same time, and they watched. And so I'm pretty sure you wanted a chance to experience what that felt like in a locker room. Same thing goes with like a Sherman, a Cam, or Earl. When you play with guys like that and that impact, you want to be around those guys. And so whether it's in the locker room or on the street, you want to understand what that feeling was like and how they impact people.
When a young teammate asks you, what is Marshawn like, what do you say?
I don't know. You can't describe him in one word. So it's I definitely need a dictionary. He's an amazing guy. A quiet guy sometimes, but sometimes not so quiet. He likes music, different kind of music. The North California guys, they like different kind of music in SoCal. It's very humble at times. He has so much knowledge to pass on to you if you let him. Very strong, hard worker. He's a guy that you can catch working out at all times in the night. And, a guy you can learn from, a guy you can really learn a lot from, on and off the field.
How much did you guys on defense used to feed off his running style, his physical nature?
We feed it off it a lot. When you watching him run the ball, and then you see some of the defensive players, that you look up to get ran over by him, it's definitely sends some energy into the building. Or you see him break a long run after breaking 4 or 5 tackles. It's pretty dope. So I'm pretty sure he can do that again.
Are you surprised at all that he's wanted to keep coming back and keep playing, or when he retired the first time, did you think he'd stay retired? Or?
I don't know. People live their lives, man. So, sometimes people miss it and want to come back. And like he's been saying, it's kind of unfinished business. And so, maybe that was the motivation. But, we will welcome him with open arms every single time.
What if he's a different player this time around? Beast mode is beast mode, and he's always going to have that running style. But what happens if it looks a little different than the last time?
What happens if it doesn't? I'm just saying. We just being positive, so we don't know what to expect, but it's not really on us to figure that out. We gon', you drive yourself crazy trying to figure out the future. So we just take it one day at a time, and then when Sunday comes and Sunday happens, then y'all can say whether it looked like the new or old.
Pete always talked about after the loss the importance of the discipline of focusing and processing things and then moving on. How much easier is it to move on and focus on the task at hand when it's a game for the division title?
Losing the way we lost is never easy, but at the same time, understanding the position that you're in, the opportunity that you have in front of you, it's kind of like what we what we dream about, what you want to do at the beginning of the season. If you sat here and said at the end of the season, it's going to be you and the 49ers, the last nationally televised game, for the division, that's exactly what you would want. And so you don't want to lose sight of that, and you want to understand that this is a big game, but every game has been a big game, and each of those games have prepared you for this moment. And we got to embrace this opportunity and be ready for it.
Does this feel like a playoff game for all intents and purposes, given what's at stake?
I guess so. I guess you can say that. It's like I said, it's a game that you look forward to. It's for the division, and again, Sherm's over there, so you don't want him to win, and you don't want to hear him. Nobody wants to hear him all summer. So
They didn't have George Kittle the first time around. How do they look a lot different or offensively at all when he's in there? Or what kind of impact does he make?
He makes a huge impact. So it's definitely a guy you have to account for. They run a lot more tight end screens. They are really confident in those key situations and kind of moving everybody out the way and finding a way to get him the rock and seeing what he can do with it. So the game is definitely going to be a lot different with a guy like that. He's going to have have to have a lot of eyes on him. He's going to try to make a lot of plays, and we got to do our best to slow him down because he's definitely one of their best players on the team.
You guys have gone up against Sherm now a couple times. What's that been like for you? And does this one feel any different?
Not really. It's cool. Like I said, yeah, you never want to lose because he's the type of guy that rubs it in your face. So, he's like my brother. So you don't never want your brother to win, even though I'm the bigger brother because I'm bigger than him. So it's fun. It was weird to see him in a red jersey at first, but it's fun playing against him, seeing him out there healthy, doing the thing he loves, taking care of his family, still impacting the community no matter where he's at. It's fun to see.
What does that sound like when he rubs it in your face?
I don't know if I could say some of the words that he used on TV, but let's just say not nice things. But I got the last one, so.
Does that take place on the basketball court? Where is that?
He want to stay as far away from the basketball court as possible because it has been too pretty for him there. So we'll stay away from the basketball court because he don't know how to win on that thing.
Did you exchange Christmas gifts?
No, not yet. He probably getting some lump of coal or something. He wasn't nice to Santa.
Is there something specific you have to do against this San Francisco offense, whether it's take away the run or just try to pressure the quarterback?
I definitely feel like you want to try to make them as one-dimensional as possible. They're going to try to set up the run game because a lot of their offense is centered around the run game. Once they get their run game going, they have play-action pass, they have screens, they have, it really opens up their playbook. So you want to try to stop their running game as fast as possible before they start opening up their playbook. But it's a really, really tough offense to figure out. They're constantly changing, constantly doing different things each game, and it's just going to challenge your intellect to see how fast you can figure it out.
When you heard that Carson and Procise were both out for the season Sunday, what went through your mind?
I think it was a surprise to me because, like I said, I didn't realize how bad of the injury it was until you get to your phone and you see it. So, I definitely was praying for him because you understand how hard these guys work and, the amount of time and energy you put into playing this game and for it to end the way that it ended for them is unfortunate. But you definitely understand that, somebody had to come in and fill their spot, and to have Marshawn do that it seems fitting.
When did you first hear that Marshawn might be coming in?
I don't know. When I start seeing the reports, and then I just said, well, I know the guy, so I'm just hit him.
Anything else?
You good?
Thanks, Bobby.
Thanks, Bobby.
See you guys later. Maybe.